They say everything's bigger in Texas. But they don't tell you that also includes the ghost stories. From forgotten towns where the dead still walk, to a hospital with a past so dark it refuses to stay buried. We're about to find out if the Lone Star State is also the most haunted. This isn't just a road trip. It's a journey into the shadows to find the stories, the legends, and the chilling evidence left behind in the dust. Our first stop is a place where many souls checked in. But not all of them checked out. This is it. Yorktown Memorial Hospital. Just standing outside, you can feel a heaviness in the air, a sense of being watched that makes the hair on your arms stand up. Built in 1950 by the Felician Sisters, a devout order of Roman Catholic nuns, this place was meant to be a beacon of healing. For over 3 decades, it served a wide, rural area. But the stories that came out of these walls are far more sinister than healing. This isn't just an abandoned building. It's a 30,000 square foot tomb! It's widely claimed that during its time as a hospital and later as a drug rehab facility, over 2,000 people died within these walls. Think about that number. 2,000! That's an almost unimaginable amount of pain and loss concentrated in one spot. According to countless paranormal investigators and visitors, that energy never left. The stories that bleed from this place are terrifying. People report seeing shadow figures darting down hallways, hearing disembodied moans, and even encountering black apparitions with glowing red eyes. The building is so active it's been featured on shows like Ghost Adventures and Destination Fear. One of the most frequently reported spirits is a little girl, whom many call Stacy. The story among paranormal groups is that she loves her favorite book, The Pokey Little Puppy, and investigators have claimed to coax her out by reading it aloud. Imagine sitting in a dark, decaying room, reading a children's book to an unseen audience, only to hear a small sigh or see a ball roll across the floor on its own. But not all the spirits here are said to be so innocent. There are numerous accounts from people with tattoos who claim to have been choked, scratched, or aggressively rushed by an unseen force, believed to be one of the strict Felician sisters who ran the hospital. Then there's the basement. The energy down there is described as overwhelmingly dark. In the boiler room, a dark stain still marks the wall. Legend says it's the site of a brutal murder-suicide, and it's even been claimed that a previous owner had the stain tested, confirming it was human blood. Perhaps the most heartbreaking story is of a man known as TJ, an addict who reportedly came to the back door seeking help. The buzzer was broken, and no one heard his pleas. He was found dead on the stoop the next morning, and his spirit is now said to linger an echo of a life that could have been saved. You can book private tours and overnight investigations. But you have to become a member of an affiliated paranormal research institute to do so. For those who dare, it's a chance to come face to face with what many call one of the most haunted places in the entire country. Leaving Yorktown, you can't shake the feeling of sorrow. But our journey is far from over. We're heading west now, deep into the desert, to a town that didn't just die. It was left for dead. Welcome to Toyah, the oldest town in Reeves County. At first glance, it's a collection of ruins baking under the West Texas sun. But this place has a soul, even if it's a fractured one. Established in the 1880s, Toyah was once a bustling hub for the railroad and local ranchers. By the early 1900s, its population peaked at over 1,000 people, with banks, hotels, and stores lining the streets. But fortunes change quickly in the desert. The Great Depression hit hard, cutting the population nearly in half. Floods and brutal winds tore through the town, and a catastrophic storm in 2004 flooded nearly every building. Today, the population is well under 100 people, living among the ghosts of what once was. The most imposing building left is the old high school, built in 1912. Its brick facade stands like a hollowed-out skull against the sky. The school closed decades ago, but locals whisper that it's anything but empty. Stories have circulated for years about seeing the ghosts of children in the empty halls at night, their laughter carried on the desert wind. Walking down what's left of the main street, you can practically hear the echoes of the past. That crumbling ruin was a bank. Over there, the Grand Hotel Youngblood once stood. You're surrounded by skeletons of a forgotten life. What makes Toya so unsettling is that it isn't entirely abandoned. A small, resilient community still lives here, coexisting with the decay. One resident who has lived here her whole life was asked why she never left. She simply said, "This is where I'm going to die. Because this is home for me." That feeling hangs in the air here. It's a town caught between life and death. The abandoned buildings with furnishings still inside feel like a scene from a movie, as if the residents vanished in an instant. That, combined with the ghost stories, makes Toya a place of profound area melancholy. It makes you wonder, when a town dies, where do all its stories go? Here, it seems they just linger in the shadows. We're exploring some of the most chilling locations in the state, but Texas is a huge place filled with dark secrets. So now, it's your turn. If you know of a haunted place, a local legend, or a ghost town we absolutely need to see next, drop it in the comments below. We read every single one. And if you're enjoying this trip into the unknown, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications, because you won't want to miss where we're going next. Our final stop takes us to the edge of civilization, where the line between ghost town and living community is beautifully and hauntingly blurred. This is near Big Bend National Park. This isn't your typical ghost town. In the early 1900s, Terlingua was a booming mining community of up to 2,000 people, all here for one reason: quicksilver. The Chizo's mining company was the lifeblood of this town, pulling the valuable metal from the unforgiving earth. But like all boom towns, the bust was inevitable. When the mine went bankrupt in the 1940s, the town was abandoned to the Chihuahuan Desert. The miners walked away, leaving their homes, their church, and their dead behind. What they left is a hauntingly beautiful landscape of ruins. You can wander through the remnants of stone homes and explore the grounds of St. Agnes Church, its roofless walls open to the sky. But the true heart of this ghost town is the cemetery, listed on the National Register of Historic Places. The graveyard is a mix of old wooden crosses and decorated stone a testament to the harsh lives of the people who are buried here. But Terlingua didn't stay dead. Later in the 20th century, artists, musicians, and other free spirits were drawn to the town's isolation. They moved into the ruins, turning this ghost town into a quirky, off-grid haven. Today, Terlingua is a living, breathing community with a population of around 100 people, existing right alongside the ghosts of its past. The old company store is now the Terlingua Trading Company, and the town is famous for its annual Chile cook-off that draws thousands. You can even have a drink in a saloon. The old jail, that's now the public restrooms. This revival creates a surreal atmosphere. You're exploring a legitimate ghost town with abandoned mine shafts and decaying buildings while also being part of a vibrant community. It's a place where the past isn't just remembered. It's lived in. The spirits of the past and the spirits of the present share the same dusty streets, a reminder that even when a place is left for dead, its story is never truly over. From the tortured souls of a haunted hospital to the resilient spirits of the desert, Texas is a land of powerful stories. These places, Yorktown, Toya, Terlingua, more than just scary spots on a map. They are monuments to lives lived and lost, to dreams built and broken. They're a raw look into the state's rugged history, a history so potent it refuses to stay in the past. We came looking for the scariest places in Texas and found them, but we also found something more. Echoes of struggle, whispers of tragedy, and a profound sense of timelessness. It leaves you with one final, chilling question. Do you believe these places are truly haunted, or are the stories we tell ourselves the most powerful ghosts of all? Thanks for watching. And until next time, keep exploring.